name? Dionne Warwick?
I'm not.
What?
I don't even play them games.
We can make some money.
We not gonna make it that way.
99 cents a minute. What? Call
we gonna make it that way
and do something. I don't know what is she still alive?
She is. She was actually on The Masked Singer.
Really?
She was. Wow. I forgot what her character was, but she was on The Masked Singer.
Her stock just went down when she started doing that.
Let me tell you, not before she got her pearly dentures. Them joints was blinging,
and that's probably why she had to do it, because she ran out of money. And
I don't know. But you know what? They had some. Well, never mind.
There was her and there was Cleo.
Cleo?
Yeah.
The psychic people?
Uh-huh.
You would know.
Yeah, those were the two.
I'm saved. I ain't watched that. Hi, family. We're so glad that you're here. I don't know. Anything.
How you think you got here?
Not by either one of them. James and Sharon, mad props for having me. That's how I got here.
And they were watching the Psychic Network.
That they were not. But I'm calling Poppy now and telling you.
Hey, it is what it is. I ain't mad at them, you know.
No. Anyway, we are so glad that you have joined the Peanut Gallery.
Thank you.
Sorry about all that.
It's okay.
She got her lashes on and everything.
I know. She got
hair
hair looking fly.
Look at you.
Thank you.
With your bad self.
I had that. You remember the movie Boomerang?
Yes.
With Eddie Murphy. She came in here strolling like Robin Givens. I was like,
oh, okay.
Okay. Like, I was like, oh, I see you. Okay.
We actually had a radio show host that worked for the radio station. She was one of our receptionists up front. Looked just like her.
Really?
She was a model and everything.
You know, everybody got a twin.
Yeah, and she was that twin. And she got one daughter.
Okay.
Just like you.
Absolutely.
Oh.
And she bring her daughter to work day and stuff like that. Mommy daughter work day and stuff. And
cool.
Yeah. So who you be?
I am Shanna, the host of Next Level Mindset, which airs Mondays at 12 p.m. Eastern here at Wdrbmedia.
Nice. Next level mindset.
Yes.
Mindset. What is a next level mindset?
So when we discuss your mindset and what it takes to get you to the next level, you're going to have to make some changes. You're going to have to get really uncomfortable. You know, there's going to be conversations that haven't been had before with people that you've never spoke to, may even feel like you shouldn't speak to or you're not deserving to speak to. And within my years that I've been in business, I really had to step outside of my comfort zone. I really had to get comfortable with saying, I do belong here. Walking in with that confidence.
I saw you.
Knowing, you know, that...
but we all black, so you didn't have to do that.
You know,
Really?
but no.
She came up, she said, Marcus.
You know what, though? Sometimes you do. Sometimes
Right.
you do, even amongst your own culture. And, you
Really?
know, maybe not so in the same way, but you do. You know, people want to understand that what are you bringing to the table? You know?
And what you're not going to take.
That's right.
Typically with our culture, I believe that when we walk in with a certain persona or a certain level of confidence, you're stating, we ain't about to play. Like if I'm coming for business, I'm coming in far different if I'm coming into a barbecue. You know, I'm coming to a barbecue with some cups under my arms. I'm like, hey, y'all ready?
You ready?
Right. I come into a board meeting, I'm probably come and scan the room, greet, give that sophisticated nod, see, but don't speak, do a little bit of observation. And
Aw. See, y'all still do those things. I've been delivered from all of that.
Okay.
So when I walk in a room, it's me, myself, and I. Take it or leave it. And if you look at me the wrong way, I'm going to cut you. Just keep it moving.
I think it depends on So I worked at the Pentagon. There was no I'm going to cut you. There was no me, myself, and I. There was no anything. You find out. And for me, it was always finding out who was the highest ranking in the room. Not because I wanted to impress them, but because I needed to know who was in charge. I needed to understand the order. I'm talking about places where I've not been before. I'm not talking about with my coworkers, with the people I see every weekend. I'm talking about we're all assembling here for a purpose on a mission or assignment. You know, that next level mindset. You can't go in with, it's me and myself and I, when you're coming for a team effort. You've been told it was a team effort. You're coming because you're the subject matter expert, and what you have is what we need you to bring to the table.
That's
so
right.
that how do we all mix and how do we all match? And I think it breaks down in culture when people don't realize that I'm a part of a team and not I am the team.
Right.
You know, if it's a team effort and you already know the agenda and you come in with your own, to the gauntlet. I just don't have time for that.
It's very true. You know, and being amongst other leaders, you know, that's huge. When you are a leader, if you are a leader that wants to be around other leaders, you know, there's a separation there. And I find that, you know, as I've grown, I've also had to understand that everybody doesn't want to see you that way. Everybody doesn't want you to reach that next caliber or area of expertise that they see in you. And then you have to separate your generational chains. So that's another area in the book that I wrote, that you have to really understand that there's a way that you were raised and there's also a way that you want to be, who you need to be. And sometimes things that happened to you when you were younger, you'll really have to let it go, you know, because it's not really beneficial to who you're becoming. So, for example,
so there's the old you and the new you.
Exactly.
And the old you may, I guess, like putting new wine into old wineskins.
Right.
When you get old, you put away childish things. No longer speak like a child, act like a child.
Correct.
But the maturity that now you've been given based upon your experiences is now leading you in a different direction.
That's right. Right, and understanding how to cope with those different, the different direction that you're going into. So let's say you came from a family that, you know, they made ends meet, they're middle class. You know, your parents may have made $30,000 a year. And now here you are where you've taken everything that was given to you and you've done well with it. And you're making six figures now. But you still have family members or friends that don't understand how that is because they're not, you know, used to that scale of money. You can't allow yourself to feel like you don't deserve it because of where you came from or your surroundings, and that's something I had to cope with. You know, I really had to understand that it's okay that people don't want to see you happy or don't understand where you have came and how exactly you had gotten there. But keep pushing.
Absolutely.
Keep going. And how are we going to help somebody else get here?
Excellent.
Jealousy, envy, haters, backbiters. Those are all elements that I think everybody has to deal with in life on some level, some degree. Even if you have 2 cents, there's somebody else that only got 1 cent, and they want to take your 2 cents type of thing. So it doesn't take much, especially in this society, for a person to make a little bit more than somebody else, and then you get jealous as a result. Even when it comes to promotions and on the job and being looked over, and somebody else get the promotion because but yet you're more qualified than they are. It creates those psychological and emotional challenges that a person has to now work through to still be who it is that God has called them to be.
Absolutely. And faith. You know, my faith is really important to me. I say all the time, I'm so thankful my mom brought me into church. You know, there's something about that small mustard seed, as they say, of faith that will separate a lot of your success from others because of how grateful, how understanding, how thankful you are for every little thing. So it doesn't have to be anything. You know, I could have, you know, a dream of owning a huge home or, you know, having an organization that can now benefit other children. But what about the process in between? Am I thankful for those steps? Am I understanding that it's going to take a few different things for me to do to get there?
Right.
You know, everybody just wants to jump right to the top, especially right now.
Absolutely.
You know,
they want to believe. They got that bewitched spirit. They wiggle their nose or nod and bob, and they think all of a sudden it's there. I know that, you know, that's, you say that process in between. What's really, really hard is that when I believe in journaling. I believe in journaling strongly. I have vocal journals. I have note journals. I have journals I started, journals I stopped. My grandmother passed away. I took one of her journals and I continued journaling, in it's just, for me, I have to look back, because when the storms of life are hitting, you will not remember how good it was.
That's right.
In the middle of a hurricane, blizzard, tornado, earthquake, tsunami.
Absolutely.
You will not remember that last year you were easy street and whatever. So I literally be like, I need a note. I need to figure out something. Where page 3 at?
Right.
Just to be like, okay, he did it before and he'll do it again. And when people don't document in their heart, their memory, or even on paper, the successes, they constantly feel defeated because it seems so great. And they miss out on enjoying the overcoming, enjoying the journey from the start, from the bottom, now we're here type thing. So
I think it's stones of remembrance, and creating those stones of remembrance, as the Bible teaches us, where we don't forget where we came from and where we are in comparison, because I think in this society, we're always looking for more. And we're always grasping for more, and more is never enough. So we continue that good fight, and I guess it can work to your benefit or to your good, because sometimes you have people that are in their 50s still living their football career years or whatever.
Yeah,
that's
you know, and they're still wearing the jerseys and they go on the bed with the helmet on, and
they wake up with blue and white things.
That's right.
it's like, dude, this 40 years later, put away the cleats. You know, that time has passed. So some people live in those moments and they get stuck there.
Right.
Therefore, they never grow and they never make anything of themselves. Where other people will reflect back on those moments and say, okay, what lessons have I learned?
That's right.
And which direction can I go in now in order to build upon those successes and those failures? Because it's really the failures that will give you more lessons learned than the successes.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, I think we should do, I was just sitting here thinking, you remember when you were a kid? Well, my mom didn't let us write on walls. We were in a military family, so it wasn't done. We didn't, but you know, like you stand against the door and they mark this birthday, how high you are. I think we should do that when we have a goal for our business. Make a little tally mark, day, conception.
Yeah.
You know, and then move up, right? Every year, my business, my idea, my brand, my whatever it was, has increased and gone. So you can always look back no matter what happened, because in between those years of when I was 4'10" and when I was 5 foot tall, there was a lot happened, a lot of good and a lot of bad, but none of that was documented. But there was always a mark for growth, a mark for another year, a mark for the next level. So start writing on your doors, unless you're in military housing. Don't do it.
Or if you're renting one of my properties.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
You won't get it. If you
It's
have,
coming out your security
if
deposit.
you have a security deposit,
I'm just saying. It's coming out your security deposit. That's all I'm saying.
funny.
You know, it's good for you, but you know, put a piece of tape or something and then do the tape. Right on top of the tape.
Don't even do tape. Do like silly putty, because tape might take the paint off. So
That's also true.
you know, just get you a poster board and put it on the easel and something like.
Do what you want to do. I got your security deposit anyway, so hey, make it work.
Right on the walls.
Your book, how can people follow you, get in contact with you?
Absolutely. So on Instagram, I'm s.graham consulting. Our website is sgrahamconsulting.com.
How do you spell Graham? Graham?
Graham. I know. You know, I usually tell people
How many
Graham like
kilos?
graham cracker. That gets them. You know. So yes, sgrahamconsulting.com.
Not like crack though,
No, we don't do that.
because crack is whack.
Yeah, no.
So
That's what Whitney said.
dare.
Oh, it is
said
also available on Amazon Kindle.
And the name of the book again?
Next Level Mindset.
Next Level Mindset, which is also the name of your radio broadcast as
Yes.
well. Next Level Mindset.
Excellent.
Yes, and you know, habits are huge. And that's another thing on our radio show that we'll discuss is creating positive habits.
Good.
You know, because once you've created habits, they become natural. It's no longer, it's like budgeting. I know everybody does not like budgeting. They don't like hearing the word, but it has really
curse word.
become, I know, but it's really become a formed habit for me. So I've been able to turn my budget into investments.
Great.
I've been able to turn that into, my emergency cushion. Things that people say, oh, this can never happen, or how can I do this and I'm only making this much? It can happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all about your habits.
Hold that thought. We're going to take a quick break, come back, and we'll talk more about your curse word. See if we can get people in alignment. Family, don't go anywhere. You're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRB Media.
The voice of the community. Very good.
Yeah, you guys have a great flow too. Really makes me a little more, comfortable, especially for the first time.
That is the whole
I love
idea.
it. And I have tuned in this